The golden grassland stretched endlessly under a vast blue sky, the sun casting a warm glow over the savanna. The air was crisp and still, with only the distant calls of birds breaking the silence. A gentle breeze rustled through the tall grass, creating mesmerizing waves of gold and green. It was the perfect balance between beauty and danger, the African wilderness in its purest form, where every creature fought for survival in an unforgiving world. In the heart of this wild expanse, a lone cheetah lay hidden in the grass, her belly swollen with the weight of her unborn cubs. Her breathing was labored, her body trembling from the effort of bringing new life into the world. She had been alone for days, her instincts keeping her away from predators and other dangers. But she was growing weaker, and she knew that any sign of distress could attract the wrong kind of attention. She had to be strong, not just for herself, but for the cubs she was about to bring into the world. Not far from her, two researchers, Ethan and Liam, crouched low behind a thicket, watching through their binoculars. They had been tracking this cheetah for weeks, studying her movements, ensuring she remained safe without interfering in the delicate balance of nature. But now, as they saw her struggle, their concern deepened. "She's been in labor too long," Liam whispered, his grip tightening around the binoculars. Ethan nodded, his expression grim. "If she doesn't deliver soon, she won't make it." They both knew that intervening in the wild was a last resort. Nature had its own rules, and their job was to observe, not interfere. But in this moment, watching the cheetah's silent agony, they were faced with an impossible choice. Let nature take its course, or step in and give her a chance to survive. Minutes felt like hours as the cheetah fought through the pain. Finally, a small, frail cub emerged, its tiny body barely moving. The mother, exhausted, struggled to lift her head and lick her newborn, urging it to breathe. Another cub followed, then another. 3 in total, small, fragile lives that now depended entirely on their weakened mother. But she was too exhausted to move, her body heaving with the effort. Liam took a deep breath. "We have to do something." Ethan hesitated only a second before nodding. "Let's go." Moving slowly, they approached the cheetah with careful, measured steps. The mother lifted her head weakly, her golden eyes locking onto them. She was too tired to growl, but her body remained tense. They knelt a few feet away, their voices soft and soothing. "It's okay, girl," Ethan murmured. "We're just here to help." Liam reached into his pack, pulling out a small container of glucose water. Dehydration and exhaustion were serious threats after labor, and the liquid could help the mother regain some strength. Gently, Ethan placed the container near her, allowing her to decide whether to accept their aid. After a long moment, she sniffed it and then, to their relief, began lapping it up. The cubs, still weak and blind, clung to their mother's warmth. Ethan and Liam checked each one carefully, ensuring they were breathing properly. Their tiny bodies, covered in a thin layer of fur, nestled against their mother as she gathered the strength to curl around them protectively. The sun dipped below the horizon, casting an amber glow across the grasslands. The researchers set up a discreet watch nearby, knowing that the first night was crucial. They took turns keeping guard, scanning the darkness for any sign of danger. The mother cheetah, though still weak, remained alert, her instincts driving her to protect her newborns at all costs. By morning, she had regained some strength. She lifted her head, her body no longer trembling as much. Ethan and Liam watched as she nuzzled her cubs, her energy slowly returning. But they knew the dangers weren't over yet. Predators roamed these lands, and a weak mother with vulnerable cubs was an easy target. days passed, and the mother cheetah grew stronger. She began moving her cubs to a safer location, away from the open plains where danger lurked. Ethan and Liam continued to monitor her from a distance, ensuring she had the space she needed while keeping a protective watch. They had done their part. Now it was up to nature to take its course. One evening, as they prepared to leave, something unexpected happened. From the tall grass, a male cheetah emerged. The mother cheetah tensed, her body lowering protectively over her cubs. Ethan and Liam watched with bated breath, uncertain of the male's intentions. In the wild, male cheetahs often posed a threat to cubs that weren't their own. But this was different. The male moved cautiously, his posture non-threatening. He approached the mother, sniffing the cubs curiously. The mother, after a moment of hesitation, allowed him closer. It was a rare and beautiful sight, a father recognizing his young. Ethan and Liam exchanged a glance of amazement. "He's their father," Liam whispered. Ethan nodded. "Looks like he's here to stay." The male cheetah settled nearby, his presence offering an additional layer of protection. It was an unusual yet heartwarming moment, one that showcased the deep, often unseen bonds of the animal kingdom. As the sun dipped below the horizon, Ethan and Liam packed up their gear, knowing their work here was done. They had witnessed something truly special, a story of resilience, survival, and an unexpected family reunion. Before leaving, Ethan turned to Liam with a smile. "This is why we do what we do." Liam nodded, watching the cheetah family disappear into the golden grass. "Yeah, this is everything." The screen fades to black, and a soft voice echoes, "Nature is full of stories of survival, love, and resilience." Subscribe to Animal Survival Stories for more incredible wildlife rescues and heartwarming moments.